Although Yang Kai didn't need to recover, in order to avoid being too conspicuous, he coped a little and also found a place nearby to meditate. The word spiritual energy here is much richer than the outside, and it is naturally more effective to restore it. After a while, the Fu Saint King stage will be recovered completely. Realizing that a footstep was coming towards him, Yang Kai slowly opened his eyes and saw Kai He and Du Cece walking together. Du Cece was still with unruly look while Kai He smiled. Is there something wrong with the two? Yang Kai asked, as they approached, and pretended to be confused. Although it was unclear what they came to find themselves, Yang Kai felt that it should have something to do with the formation plate. Sure enough, Kai He cupped his fists and said, "Brother Yang, don't blame us. We are all of the same age, and Kai doesn't have anything to tell you. I came here just to ask, Brother Yang, I don't know how you plan to deal with the formation plate. Any plans to sell it?" When he asked this question, Du Cece also stared at Yang Kai eagerly, and looked like she was eager to try. As soon as Yang Kai said he wanted to sell, she would immediately look at the price. Yang Kai smiled and shook his head. "Sorry, I'm fairly ambitious. I don't plan to sell this thing for now." A pitiful color flashed on Kai He's face. Although there was some speculation, he was still disappointed when he heard Yang Kai's answer. Instead, Du Cece sneered, "Look at the way you haven't touched the formation. Do you know what a formation is? Do you know what it is used for?" Yang Kai glanced at her lightly. "Do you know that it has nothing to do with the girl? The things are in my hands. What I want to do is my freedom. You." Du Cece's chest was ups and downs, shouting, "But you can get the formation plate, also thanks to everyone's efforts. Otherwise, do you have the ability, and you can find the formation eye as the credit of Kai He and me, even if the formation plate is in your hand. It should have my share." "Oh." Yang Kai touched his chin and looked at her with a smile. "Listening to you, you seem to want to snatch my formation plate." "I didn't say that. Don't spit nonsense." Du Cece's face changed slightly, and she couldn't help glancing at Fei Jito. After all, Fei Jito just said that. Since the card was taken by Yang Kai, it was his thing. If she really wanted Yang Kai to take off such a big hat, it was not easy to explain to Fei Jito. "What does that girl mean?" Yang Kai's face is cold, and he had always had no good impression on this self-righteous woman. It would be okay for others not to provoke him. Once provoked, he was too lazy to give the other face. I just want to buy your formation plate on behalf of the Du family." Du Cece bite. "I said, the formation plate are not for sale." Yang Kai slowly shook his head. Until now, he still doesn't know the preciousness of the formation plate, let alone a Du family, even if it is bought by the Shadow Moon Palace. He will not let go. How can he give up easily before he understands the role of the formation plate? And Du Cece raised the name of the Du family, apparently trying to suppress himself, which made Yang Kai a little disgusted. Hearing Yang Kai's refusal, Du Cece sneered, and said slowly, "Don't be too busy to refuse first, and it's not too late to hear the price. Our Du family bid 30 million Saint Crystal." 30 million. A lot of Saint Crystal. Yang Kai smiled. Isn't this chick unclear about the details of Dragon Cave Mountain? Want to impress him with 30 million Saint Crystal? On the contrary, it was Kai who seemed to have heard about Dragon Cave Mountain, and sucked his nose. Are you dissatisfied with this price? Du Cece was obviously taken aback. After all, she heard that Yang Kai was just a guy who took the mountain as king. Such a martial artist, how could he ever see so many Saint Crystal? This number, even if the Du family wanted to make it up, is not a simple matter. She had no right to make this decision, but the formation plate was very important. After returning home, when the family learn of this, presumably, the family will only agrees, not against. Even if you smash the pot and sell the iron, you will have this amount. Du Cece frowned, thinking Yang Kai felt strange, and wanted to sit on the floor to raise prices, and accuse this person of being too abhorrent. Her eyes rolled back and said, "So, if you can sell the formation plate to my Du family, we will not only pay you 30 million Saint Crystal, but also our Du family formation masters can make several sets of powerful formation arrays for you. Is this condition enough?" "Not for sale." Yang Kai still shook his head. Du Cece looked at Yang Kai like a fool. To be honest, the price she offered was indeed not low, but it was unexpected that Yang Kai could not be impressed at all. For a time, the white teeth grind loudly, hesitated for a moment, and seemed to be offering another price. Yang Kai interrupted her chatter with a wave of his hand, frowning. "Girl, please come back. Even if your Du family opened the best conditions, I won't sell the formation plate. You will regret it." Du Cece was very angry, stomped her feet, turned angrily away, and was too lazy to talk nonsense with Yang Kai. He opened his mouth and seemed to want to comfort her, but eventually remained silent. After Du Cece left, he smiled bitterly. "Brother Yang is not to blame. Cece is usually spoilt. Some young ladies have tempers. If there is any offense, Kai will be here to accompany her to Yang brother." Yang Kai looked at him with a smile, and nodded. "It's okay, I don't know her like that." "Then I would like to thank Brother Yang." He relaxed, and said, "But looking at Brother Yang, it seems that he really does not understand the preciousness of the formation plate." Yang Kai looked at it and said, "I would like to hear more." He chuckled and sat cross-legged across from Yang Kai, chatting with him. Listening to Kai's explanation, Yang Kai realized why Du Cece was so persistent with the formation plate and realized the rarity of this card. Together, the formation is profound. Even if a martial artist spends his whole life, he may not be able to study the essence of the formation matrix, the formation eye, and all kinds of magic, all created by the formation law master. The formation plate is one of the different kinds. Today's formation expert on the Shadowed Star can no longer produce such a thing. Not only because the method of refining the formation has been lost, even those who refine the formation no longer exist. It is rumored that a long time ago, there was a special branch in the formation law expert called Formation Item Expert. From this name, it can be inferred that the formation item expert is not only proficient in the method of formation, but also proficient in item refining. The combination of the two, and a certain degree of accomplishment, can become forming item expert, and only forming item expert can refine formation plate. Generally speaking, formation law expert knows some ways of item refining. After all, the formation base is required to be refined by forming law expert themselves. In the same way, the item refining expert also knows some ways of formation, and the spirit formation used for item refining belongs to the category of formation, which is also applicable to alchemists. It's just that the two are not deeply involved in each other's fields. The formation has become more and more profound. How can the formation law expert have so much energy to study item refining? Therefore, over time, the special existence of the formation item expert also disappeared in the long course of history. The formation plate, which was refined by the formation item expert, strictly includes the three major characteristics of the array matrix and the secret treasure. It does not require cumbersome array formations, it only needs a brand to perfectly play the role of an formation array. In other words, Yang Kai has a split cloud C formation array, and as long as he refines it, he can arrange the split cloud C formation array as he likes. Listening to Kai, he said this, Yang Kai couldn't help but shine. He has experienced the power of split cloud C formation array. He has personally experienced the strength of the cloud beast inside, and it is invincible. Even the powerful players like Fei Jitu and Xianxia are trapped in it. With the help of this formation array, his strength will indeed rise sharply, and there will be one more means of combating the enemy. Moreover, when everyone was trapped by the split cloud C formation array just now, the power of the formation has not been fully exerted. After all, there is no one to control it, and it is only using half of the power. If Yang Kai personally laid it down and then drove the power of the formation, even if a strong man like Fei Jitu would come in, he would definitely die. This lost formation plate is of great significance to the formation law expert. If obtained, they may be able to spy on the refining method of the formation plate. It is obviously much better than using cumbersome arrays in array arrangement formation. The formation plate is still a kind of existence similar to that of secret treasure. It can be refined into the body, send and receive at will, without worrying about being robbed. Many benefits. He is explaining these things to Xianxia. His face is full of emotion and envy, and Xianxia does not know what he is thinking. Although he did not bid the same as Du Cece, the other party obviously had the same meaning, but it was only because of his face, and he did not say it. As a result, Brother Yang understands the rarity of the formation plate. He looked at Xianxia with envy. Xianxia nodded. Understood. I would like to thank Brother Kai for solving the puzzle. In the future, if Yang is down, and really wants to sell this formation plate, I will definitely give priority to the Kai family. He heard the words, overjoyed, and quickly cupped his fists. Then I would like to thank Brother Yang for his good intentions. Although Kai also hopes to get the formation plate, he really does not want to see the arrival of this day. Xianxia chuckled and realized that he didn't want to see that he was really down for a day. He couldn't help but feel better about him, and felt that this person was indeed a good person. What happened to the 3 Saint King realms here naturally did not hidden from the perception of Fei Jitu and others, but the few Void Return stage did not ask about it. After Kai left, Xianxia thoughtfully wrinkled his brows. Formation item expert. There are actually such special people in this world. Although it can't be found anywhere else, isn't there one in Dragon Cave Mountain? Yang Yan is not only proficient in item refining, but also proficient in formation methods. She is clearly an formation item expert. Doesn't it mean that she can also refine the formation plate by her means? Moreover, when Xianxia got the formation plate, he faintly felt that there was a faint aura on the formation plate that made him feel familiar, but when he thought about it carefully, he couldn't remember where he had seen it. He couldn't help but be suspicious. To be continued.